Hi everyone. This is John from GBC4me. It's that time of year again, the softball tournament. My goal this year is to have all of you come out and play some softball. I know some of you aren't sports oriented, but I still want to urge you to come out, support, reconnect, and hang out with us. I know we can always find an excuse. However, being in the fresh air and reconnecting with everyone will definitely help us all. So don't shy away. Live a little. Join us on Friday, July 28th for our annual softball tournament. This will give us all an opportunity to get out of the office and enjoy the sun or the shade, whatever you prefer, but definitely the fresh air. And there's nothing wrong with that. I will outline the rules now and also list them below for further reference. So stay tuned and drop me a line if you have any questions. First, when you come to the field, you have to check in at the check-in table under the tent. Once you've checked in, they'll inform you of the field you're playing and who you're playing against. Both captains will be given a clipboard so they can keep score. If there are any substitutes or replacements, they will be noted at the registration desk. We are going to have a round-robin tournament. If anybody has any concerns or questions, feel free to email me at john.valley@georgebrown.ca. Please make sure to bring tons of water because we will need it. Here are a few suggestions of things to bring. Several bottles of water. Barbecue chair or picnic mat. Small towel. Sunscreen. Hat. Sunglasses. Batting mitt. Softball bat. Snacks. Let's have a ton of fun and see you all before 9 a.m. I will strongly suggest you come at least 10 minutes early to stretch so injuries can be avoided. The rules are as follows. Our philosophy is to have fun. Therefore, when disagreements of any sort of surface, remember that our tournament is for fun and we will never play in the major leagues. Standard softball rules. Games should be limited to 45 minutes or 7 innings. Last inning is an open inning for both teams. Players. A team must have a minimum of 7 to 9 players. Captains reserve the right to eject any abusive player from a game. For safety reason, jewelry should not be worn, and no alcohol or drugs are allowed at the park. Equipment. No metal cleats. We will supply bases and balls. Field. There should be 60 feet between all bases. There are marking on the fences to help align the bases. At diamonds where there is a fence, any ball that either rolls under the outfield fence or bounces over the fence without ever being touched by a fielding player is a ground rule double. All players advance 2 bases. If the ball is touched before going out of the outfield, the ball is playable and there is no limit on base advancing. If the ball is irretrievable, then the play is stopped. If a ball in play rolls under the backstop or infield fence on a throw, then the ball is dead and runners return to the last base touched. Any other ground rules will depend on the weather and other last-minute annoyances and will be discussed among captains prior to the game. Pitching. 3 pitches only. Pitcher pitches to own team. Third pitch foul. Batter is out. If a batted ball hits the pitcher, the ball is dead and it counts as one of the 3 pitches. No ball can be returned to the pitcher until the play has ended. Batting. A player must play the field to bat. Batting order. Must 2 males, 1 female. Third batter must always be a female. No bunting is allowed. The ball must pass the pitcher and full swing is attempted. The batter will be called out for intentionally for bunting the ball. Running. No stealing, sliding, or leading off before the batter makes contact with the ball. These will result in the runner being called out. There will be no warning issued. Sliding is defined as any part of the body other than the feet touching the ground. A commitment line will be placed perpendicular to the third baseline, 15 feet from home plate. Once a runner crosses this line, she must continue towards home. The first baseline will be extended through home plate. This will be done to avoid collisions at home plate. To be safe, the runner need only cross this line with a foot on the ground before the ball is caught by the catcher. If the runner touches home plate under any circumstances, she is out. The catcher is not allowed to touch the runner. The catcher only needs to have their foot on home plate. Runner takes free base if she accidentally collides with a player who is not involved in the play. Note that the runner will be called out in cases where a collision occurs while fielding player is trying to make a play for the ball. It is the runner's responsibility to avoid collisions. There must be a safety bag at first base, with the orange bag on the outside and the white towards the infield. Runner is out of play and cannot be tagged out if they touch the outside base. Runners are still in play if they touch the inside bag when crossing first base. A substitute runner of any gender can replace a female player if they are required to go up to bat. The substitute cannot be the same person. The team using substitute must announce to opposing team their intention to use a runner. The batter must reach first base safely before a runner can be substituted. Fielding. The defensive team must have a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 9. Fielders. Minimum of 1 female. Minimum of 1 male. A player must be in the batting order to play the field. Any pop-up caught behind home plate is out. There is no height restriction. Outfielders, including rovers, must give adequate distance from infield and only 1 infield until ball is hit. Home teams can adjust this rule at diamonds where the infield is very large. Infielders are not allowed to step across the baselines until the ball is hit. Dead ball rule. If a fly ball is caught out of bounds, this is a dead ball. Out of bound area will be determined by the captains at the beginning of each game. Scoring. Maximum of 5 runs per inning, except for the final inning. 5 complete innings count as a game in case of environmental elements. The mercy rule can apply if a team is leading by 20 runs at the end of 5 innings. It is the losing team's responsibility to call the game complete. Since this is a fun league, certain fun rule changes and/or player swaps may be made for the purpose of playing out the balance of innings. Again, this is at the sole discretion of the losing team to approach the winning captain. Win or lose, every captain is required to notify the game's table. This task may be delegated to other members of the team as deemed necessary. However, captains retain full responsibility to ensure the results have been submitted. 10. Umpires. Safe out. The umpires shall make all safe out calls as they are in the best position to view plays at first, second, third, and home, as well as commitment line violations. Please ensure that the umpire can make calls in a positive and decisive manner. Fair foul. The umpire makes all the fair foul calls as they are best suited to view the line of sight. Umpire must make every effort to line themselves up with home and first or home and third for balls hit down the first and third baselines respectively, and should be instructed to shout the call clearly and decisively. If anybody has any concerns or questions, feel free to email me at john.valley@georgebrown.ca. Thank you all and good luck.